inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. Some days I feel scared.
Well, I'm on mute. So welcome in, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry, I needed an extra second. The video went off and I was like, oh, I need 1 more minute to turn on my lights. And then I forgot to turn on the light behind me. So welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. I think I turned it on and off. Okay, I turned it on. But welcome in. Merry Christmas to you. If I didn't get to see you yesterday on the second channel, hopefully you guys had a really good day and you got to spend some time with family, or you just took time to, hang out by yourself and just spend a little time with yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And nothing wrong with that. But welcome to the channel, everybody, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tanya. This is Titanium Built. Thank you for joining. And today we're going to talk about some major breaking updates. So, we've got some updates going on in the Melody Buzzard case. If you guys are not aware, Ashlee Buzzard had to go to court today. So they are, we have some updates that are continuing to develop over, the next couple hours. So we'll see where we're at. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. You never hear Vincent. That's the first time, I think, in my YouTube career. I don't know if you heard him, but he just needs to grab something off of his desk. But yeah, so he never, ever. That's why I was like, wait a minute. He just said something. So there's no sound. There should be sound. Well, there should be. Well, the microphone's working. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Yep. You can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I can hear myself. I just turned up. She might be, when I first came on, there wasn't any sound when I first came on. So that might've been it. Yeah, there wasn't. I'll say there wasn't. Yeah. When I first got on, I didn't have I had it muted, Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Ladybug. How was your guys' holiday? And if you want to be in the regular chat, all you have to do is look for that little cell phone. That little cell phone means that you're in the vertical and you need to go to the other chat. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Lee. Hey, Country Thing. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hey, Willows. How are you doing? Hopefully you had a really good Christmas. I went and saw family. And my brother's oven broke. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's like of all days, right? Of all days of the year. And I didn't invite them up here. I didn't think about that. I was like, well, I could bring sides if there's a store open, because we have a big family. I mean, I was like, unless people want tofu, mackerel, rice. We've got an abundance of that. But I don't think they would want that for Christmas. But we ended up going to my niece's house. So my brother's like, change the venue. Hey, Mary Beth. And hola, baby girl. Hey, flower girl. Welcome in. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I kind of, I think I went down without looking for a minute. Hey, Diane. That is the whitest dog I've ever seen in my life. With the pink ears. Very cute. Very, very cute dog. Hey, Casey. Hey, Machichi. Well, hello. I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope your daughter had a good Christmas, too. Hey, Tony. Hey, PKC. Hey, Jet said, I don't know if I said hey to you. And Kathy said there's no sound, but it's back. Hey, blessed to be. So we're good. We are all good. Oh, yeah. When Vincent, yeah. I shut the camera off because he wanted to come in. He's like, are you live? Are you on camera? I tried to sneak him on here, I told him, because real quick before we get started with our case, he said that he would come on, and he said after 100,000 subscribers. That was a long time ago. That was like when we were at like 3,000, I think. And I swear that we convinced him at 25,000 that he would come on and do something with me. So when we hit 25, I'm going to make him do something. At least something pre-recorded. Hey, Tracy, Mr. Rosebud, how you doing? Hopefully y'all had a great Christmas. You rescued a senior chihuahua. Oh, she is wild. Her name is Rosa. Her mama became ill and couldn't care for her. Oh, that's really sad. That's sweet that you took her, though. Hey, Grandma Sherry. But that's sad that someone couldn't take care of their little chihuahua. She must not be doing very good. Because, I feel like the chihuahua is the perfect dog for somebody that's like a little bit older. Well, maybe, I don't know. They're kind of high strung, but So are my dogs normally. I swear you guys probably think I give them drugs or something. They're just always in the back like chilling. Hey, Crystal Burns. Actually, they actually have their moments. They have their moments. Well, that's good. Thanks. I'm glad you had Mr. Rosebud. I'm glad you had a great Christmas, and thanks for being here. So we've got some stuff going on. We got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? Going on in the Melody Buzzard case. So we did do a live the other day over the press conference, but I'm going to give you guys a rundown on everything that's kind of been going on since, and we'll go back and we're going to read through a couple articles that I felt had a lot of information in them, and then a couple news clips, videos that they've come out with. Also, I have the documents for her charging documents, her affidavit, and then I do have what the officers out in Wayne County, where they found poor Melody, that they have a statement that they put out, kind of like, this is how we found her, and all those things. So we're going to read through all of that. Nothing like coming off of Christmas to make you guys feel a little sad, huh? Hey, True Crime Junkie, I love that name. I hope you had a good Christmas too. So let's see, where are we going to start? Oh, I was going to start with what you needed to know right now. Okay. So Ashlee Buzzard, 40-year-old mother from Lompoc, California, has formally pled not guilty to the first-degree murder and the death of her 9-year-old daughter, Melody Buzzard. She entered that plea in a Santa Barbara County courtroom this afternoon. And prosecutors also entered denials on special allegations, including that Buzzard intentionally discharged a firearm causing death, and that she committed the killing by lying in wait. That's scary. That's sad. They're charging her not with just murder, but murder while lying in wait. That's just so sad. But in court, the prosecutors announced that they will not seek the death penalty, which I don't even know. California doesn't even have a death penalty, so I don't know where they would be charging her with that at. But okay. But they are seeking life in prison without parole. I mean, I shouldn't even have to tell you that. But the plea came before Santa Barbara County Superior Court Judge John McGregor. And it was amid a packed courtroom. There were a lot of people there from her half sister, that actually walked up to Ashlee's door and tried to talk to her and, be there for her. And also, remember the guy that got locked in her house? There's something weird with that guy. I'm saying it right now. There is something he wants to be in the know. Like he wants to be somewhere to be seen or something, because he was like Ashlee's friend, right? Well, now he's trying to help the family out. And I don't know. It's weird to me. It's all weird, but you're all going to hear about it today. Hey there, Ashlee. That's awesome. Go boo. They removed her, hemodialysis port from her neck today. Oh my goodness. That's great news. That's awesome. Hell with cancer, Yeah, prison justice, hopefully. We're waiting on that for Brian Koberger though, too. And I don't know if you guys heard the long crime thing that came out yesterday, but there was all kinds of stuff that was wrong in that. I was like, that's wrong. But anyways, so this comes after authorities confirmed, so actually let me go up a little bit. I don't know why I went down so far in my notes. So, okay. Melody has waived a preliminary hearing, in this case, so in the next 10 days. And then her next scheduled appearance is it's set for January the 7th, 2026. I'm not sure what time, but we'll make sure that we stream and we see what's going on. I don't think it'll be like live streaming inside the courtroom. There might be, court TV might be working on that right now, but as of right now, I don't think that there is. But if there is, that courtroom's going to be packed. I mean, either way, courtroom is going to be packed. I have a feeling the next time she goes to court. So this comes after authorities confirmed with us during the press conference that Melody's body was found in Royal Wayne County, Utah, and it was found on December the 6th of this month and later identified through DNA. She suffered a gunshot wound to the head. Investigators reconstructed a multi-state road trip that began on October the 7th when Buzzard and Melody left California in the rental car that she rented. And they were seen on surveillance near the Colorado-Utah border on October 9th. And that's the last confirmed sighting of Melody alive. So they think that she died on the 9th. Law enforcement says that Buzzard used wigs, disguises, and swapped license plates during, the trip to avoid, I guess, or evade detection. And that actually helped in their case, to build a case against her because she's easy to follow. Critical ballistics evidence connected a cartridge case found in Buzzard's home to cartridge cases found at the Utah scene. So she apparently, used a gun that extended the shell casings. After you shoot it, that shell casing comes out. Well, those same shell casings that were there matched ballistics, ammo that she had at her home. So not very smart to keep the ammo. I mean, criminals, they're dumb. They really are. So investigators have said, and we know this, that Melody has been uncooperative through this whole investigation, and the motive has not yet been, released or publicly determined. No one's told us what the motive for this has been. The sheriff's office and the FBI continue to assist, and the case remains active and ongoing. But before we dive deeper, hey, Justice Shane, you guys have some good names. Right? Yeah. They're like, yeah, we just want to give her life in prison without parole. Well, that's not good enough. I mean, in the head, you know what I mean? lying in wait. That is, I mean, take her to another state. She actually committed the crime, it sounds like, in Utah. Does Utah have the death penalty? I bet you they do. I don't know. Do they? Yes, they do. And is one of 5 states that allows execution by firing squad. Send her to Utah. Yeah, Utah, send her. Bye. See ya. That's where, I mean, we don't want, semantics, right? We don't need to be the bigger people over here in California. We don't need to be the bigger person, right? We don't need to try her. I know this is a big case and everything, but you can just send her over to Utah. That's where she belongs. So it's craziness. Okay. So before we get all the way started, dive any deeper, make sure, if you guys don't mind, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button if you guys haven't already, and make sure you got your snacky snacks. Yeah, she pled not guilty. She did. She sure did. So this is going to go through kind of like the whole case, I thought this was a good article. So we'll read this real quick. She thinks she's going to try to do the insanity plea here. I don't know. Could it work for her? Probably not. I mean, is insanity driving cross country? And having the firearm there, that sounds like premeditation to me. Like, I don't know. For me, insanity would be like something like you come out of your mind and it would be like quick. Like, I don't know, But this was like over 4 days. What kind of illness gets you that far? Just, it's crazy. Yeah, this was premeditated. So, and I'm just sad that they had to wait until, okay, so they found her December 6th, right? So it was either the 4th or the 6th. I had it right here. But they found her on the 6th. She's been missing since October, like the first week of October, the 7th, I believe. So November, December is 2 months. So she was out there for 2 months. 2 months in that weather apparently did so much damage to her little body, or the weapon did, because they had to wait for DNA to come back before telling anybody. So everybody's just still streaming about her being missing. I mean, technically she still was missing to everybody, but it's just sad that like her family members that do care about her, they didn't know, that they had found her. So here, we'll read through this real quick. But it says, as the December sun set over central Utah's sandstone peaks, in where they found her, I mean, the background was beautiful. It's just sad. A couple ventured down a nondescript dirt road to snap photos against the backdrop of a red rock vista. So couples just walking, taking pictures, minding their own freaking beeswax. Instead, they stumble across a grisly discovery among smattered shrubs and parched soil. The decomposed remains of a little girl. Couldn't imagine seeing that. When sheriff's deputies arrived in the sparsely populated stretch of Caneville, it was clear that they would be investigating a homicide. The unidentifiable girl had died from from gunshot wounds to her head, authorities later said. So, and I remember saying this when they said wounds on the line or on their press conference. Apparently that means more than one. So maybe that's why she was not able to be identified. I don't know what kind of weapon she was using, Unbeknownst to investigators at the time, they had before them the remains of 9-year-old California girl Melody Buzzard, whose confounding disappearance during a road trip with her mother had mobilized a vast network of local state and federal investigators who searched for 2 months across 8 states. An image of her cheeky smile and cascade of ringlet curls had been projected across the nation by media, law enforcement, and the concerned public. Ultimately, it would take more than 2 weeks before they determined all signs pointed to a suspect whom Melody trusted the most in this world. Santa Barbara County Sheriff/Coroner Bill Brown said. We got another sheriff coroner. What was Kathy Mabbitt? She was the coroner in something else. I forget. She wrote like some documents or something. Just weird that they two jobs. Melody's mother, Ashlee Buzzard, was arrested Tuesday and charged with first-degree murder in her daughter's killing, which a criminal complaint said was carried out with exceptional cruelty and viciousness. Buzzard pled not guilty during a hearing Friday. Prosecutors said they would not seek the death penalty if she's convicted, but would instead ask for life in prison without parole. I mean, I don't even think they have it in California, the death penalty. Investigators said they were stymied by deliberate efforts to hide the truth, clumsy disguises, swapped license plates, and suspicious driving, and an uncooperative mother who could never provide a reasonable explanation for Melody's disappearance. CNN has reached out to Melody's attorney for comment. Here's how investigators say they finally pieced together DNA, ballistics, and a multi-state web of leads to connect Melody's mother to her killing. So, gonna give us the rundown. The universe where Melody lived with her mother was small. It revolved around a single-story home that looked like any other in their Lompoc, California neighborhood, where the streets bore whimsical names like Stardust Road, Pluto Avenue, and Solar Way. Many of Melody's extended relatives had not seen her for years. They had lost contact with the mother and child after Melody's father died in a motorcycle accident when she was a baby, her aunt Elizabeth Meza told News Nation. Me too, Ladybug. That's okay. Thank you, Mandy. They're just stalled. Yeah, and they don't practice it. Yeah, that's what I mean. She was a lawyer too. Is that what it was, Ladybug? Thank you. Me too, Lee. I hope that she didn't. Hey, Simply. Yeah, death sentence, right? It's not a road trip. Not one I would want to go on. Man. I'm just like, I popped in my head, like, I wonder what her mom said, like about the wigs. And like, we're going to go rent a car and we're going, cross country. Or did she tell her that they were going cross country? I mean, I would think she would have. I mean, the girl's 9, right? She's not like a baby. She would notice once they like aren't near their home anymore, like, if they're on like a road trip. But it says here, it was not her family that reported her missing in October, but a concerned school administrator. On October 14th, Melody's school asked the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office to do a welfare check on the child due to her prolonged absence, according to a timeline from investigators. School employees had not seen Melody since August, when Buzzard enrolled her in a study program that would allow her to attend school remotely, according to the Sheriff's Office and Lompoc Unified School District. This school sighting helped detectives narrow their search early in the investigation, when the previous sighting of Melody was sometime last year. Officers arrived at the Buzzard family home on October 14th, but only found Ashlee Buzzard, who had no verifiable explanation for Melody's whereabouts. When they searched the home, Melody was nowhere to be found. The next day, investigators executed a search warrant on the Buzzard home and uncovered information that would dramatically narrow their search window. Buzzard had recently rented a car at a local rental agency where surveillance cameras captured Buzzard and Melody disguised in wigs, the sheriff's office said. Images released to the public showed Buzzard in thick golden curls and Melody with a hoodie pulled over, thick bangs. As they drove, Buzzard swapped the license plates, put on a new wig, and backed the car into gas stations in an apparent attempt to avoid surveillance cameras, Brown alleged, citing evidence gathered by investigators, including surveillance footage. They're probably watching the footage, right? The surveillance footage and laughing at her backing up. I'm just saying they probably were. Melody was last seen on video with Ashlee on October 9th near the Colorado-Utah state line. Detectives now believe Melody was killed shortly after the sighting. Buzzard returned to their Lompoc home the next day without Melody, the sheriff's office said. FBI agents and sheriff's deputies executed another search warrant on October 30th at Buzzard's home, a storage unit she had rented in the rental vehicle. A spent bullet casing was found inside the home. It was spent. And a similar round of live ammunition was found in the car. Okay, so the live ammunition is in the car, which is just like the bullet in the casing. They found the casing, which is that means don't have like the bullet part, the projectile, or whatever in it. It's there. Wow. Okay. And then they find casings at the crime scene. So the expended casings was submitted to the National Ballistics Imaging Database called NIDBIN, or NIBN, run by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. As Buzzard remained uncooperative, officers surveyed the mother around the clock, while others spent weeks painstakingly following promising leads, the sheriff said. The sheriff's office continuously updated the public and asked for their help, submitting tips, walking a thin line as they tried to share as much information as possible without compromising their efforts. All the while, officers were hoping against hope that she would be safely found. I did too. I mean, I even said the other night, I said, maybe this was like a drug thing and she was running drugs and they were like, we're going to keep Melody until you bring us back the money. Like when you do the drop off, like when you go back to, like you drive, you pick up the drugs, you drive them back, you pick up the money and you have to bring it back. Maybe she couldn't get back because that's when everything happened with, Melody. But then they found her and I don't know. It made me really sad. I don't know. Oh, I thought I had my camera on. I'm like over here reading the chat with my camera off. So despite the relentless search for Melody, the discovery of her remains was an unlikely accident. Her body was found in the rural community of Caneville, Utah, where a handful of homes are separated by long stretches of land and wrinkled stone outcroppings. And the couple who mistakenly found her had pulled off a state highway into an easily missed dirt road. Until the December 8th discovery, the case had appeared to stall and detectives lacked definitive evidence to charge Buzzard in her daughter's disappearance. But the remains, later identified as Melody, and items left at the scene provided key links to Buzzard, the sheriff said. Oh my gosh. Remember when the detectives went back to the house? I bet you they were going back there for evidence to like DNA, for evidence to link the two. Whether they asked Ashlee Buzzard for, some of her DNA, which she probably said no, she wouldn't consent to that. They would get a search warrant for a hairbrush, a toothbrush. They would be able to search that home and remove all those and maybe find out that way. Or maybe I don't know if the officers could do this, but I'm sure they could go through her if she had if she had a dentist, and they could do a dental. But I'm wondering. It says, and items left at the scene provided key links to Buzzard, the sheriff said. After the unidentified body was found, a lab in Utah analyzed items left at the scene, according to the sheriff in Wayne County. In less than 24 hours, the crime lab obtained confirmation that the Wayne County case was connected to the Santa Barbara case. Wow. They weren't messing around. 24 hours, less than 24. Cartridge cases found at the scene were flagged in the NIBN database as linked to the single cartridge that was found at Buzzard's home. Prosecutors later wrote that Buzzard allegedly killed Melody using a 9mm gun. Oh, that's a big weapon. Wow. That's a big weapon. That's a big handgun. Where is it? Like, okay. Look at this picture, right? Now we've got, she has a bag. I don't know how big her bag is, but I'd like to see it. Because she has to have that gun on her right now in this picture. She has to have it on her because they didn't have a car. It's not like she drove to the rental agency, right? And she left it outside in the car and then grabbed it before they went into the car. No. They took like an Uber or a Lyft or whatever to the rental car agency. So it's either in little Melody's bag or it's in her mama's, Ashlee's. Hey, Jen, Merry Christmas. That's a big weapon, Ash. My dad had one. His was he kept hollow points in it. He used to slap that thing on the table, and I had one boyfriend come over and he did that, and he thought it was going to scare him. It didn't. It didn't. He was my boyfriend for 5 years. It was funny. I was young. I was 18. You can tell it's easily concealed. But look at her shirt and stuff. She's not on her outfit, though. Remember, Ashlee? She had on the skin-tight pants and then the tight... She had like the 2000s outfit on. The long shirt with the short crop jacket. That's early 2000s. This is the early 2000s look. Let's see if there's any more pictures. Oh. Okay, I just happened to see that one. So I'm going to look at... Let's see if we can... rental car. Let's see if we can find more images. The one like where she's walking in right here. See, I don't see her. Oh, I can see her bag a little bit better in this one. Wait, is this? This isn't the same bag. Okay, let me open this one though. I'm trying to. Oh wait. Okay. Oh wait, she didn't have a bag. I thought she did. Okay, I don't think that, wait, no, she does have a bag, doesn't she? Yes, it's right there. Okay. I thought for a minute that Melody didn't have a bag. I'm trying to get a better picture for everyone. This was probably the best one I'm going to get. Okay. So this is them walking in. That's her bag right here. Like, so they have their bag going the same way, right? Now, see which other ones I pulled. So we got them walking in. And then I have this one of her walking out, but I don't think that's the same bag. Because see, it's like that black strap right there. The other one is like, I think it's like maybe more colorful, but I don't know. But either way, she's got it. It has to be in her bag. It has to be. So, it says, it's not clear whether the school last saw Melody virtually or in person, but the sheriff's office said an administrator contacted police for a welfare check after her prolonged absence. The school's August sighting helped narrow detectives' timeline at the beginning of the investigation when authorities were working with outdated childhood photos and family members who said they had not seen Melody for years. Exhibit A. Really, this picture right here, I think she's so adorable. But this isn't the Melody that's 9 years old. This is the Melody that's like 3 or maybe 4, right? Beautiful. In an interview with News Nation last month, Melody's aunt, Elizabeth Meza, said she had not seen her niece for 4 years. The aunt said their extended family largely lost contact with the child after her father died in a motorcycle accident when she was a baby. When Melody's school asked for a welfare check on October 14th, officers arrived at her mother's home but only found Buzzard, who provided no verifiable explanation for Melody's whereabouts, the sheriff's office said. Wait, but am I reading the right? I think I'm reading the wrong one. I did. I went to the wrong one. It's the same thing, though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. So we might read that again. because we were talking about the gun right here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. It wasn't until December 22nd that the FBI crime lab was able to determine that the remains from Utah were a familial DNA match to Buzzard, and investigators got a warrant to arrest Buzzard on suspicion of murder. We have recovered a significant amount of evidence that clearly indicates that this heinous crime was committed by Ashlee Buzzard. Buzzard was formally charged on Christmas Eve and is being held without bail. In a criminal complaint, prosecutors accused her of lying in wait to kill Melody as the child was particularly vulnerable, allegations the mother has denied. Okay. Though investigators believe the killing was planned before they embarked on the road trip, they have still not located a weapon or been able to pinpoint a motive. That weapon could be anywhere. Man, anywhere. Brown said Tuesday that the ruthlessness of the killing and the degree of alleged premeditation are difficult to understand. This level of criminal activity is particularly shocking given the calculated, cold-blooded, and criminally sophisticated premeditation and heartlessness that went into planning it. Yeah, I wonder how long she was planning this. Mapping Buzzard's movements across states required coordination from more than a dozen agencies, including the FBI, offices in 7 cities. FBI Special Agent in Charge Patrick Grandy said. Wow. But as this case goes to trial, the FBI will continue to assist local law enforcement through lab analysis and by pursuing remaining leads. Grandy encouraged the public to keep reaching out with information that may help investigators. The sheriff said that the mother has remained uncooperative after her arrest, adding there was no change in her attitude and her demeanor. So when she was at home and they're like asking her, where's Melody? Where's Melody? She's giving them the same thing. Like she don't even care she's in jail apparently. Because my attitude and my demeanor would change a bit if I was in the clanker. Yeah, that is true. How did she purchase that firearm legally? Yeah. That's a good question. Okay. I usually like this. I didn't do that earlier. Sorry. Okay. During Buzzard's arraignment on Friday, a judge granted a temporary restraining order that will prevent the sheriff's office from discussing any details of the case that have not already been publicly released. What? I mean, isn't that a gag order? But you're calling it a restraining order? I mean, that's kind of unfair to the police. Like, put a gag order on them. But I don't know. Restraining order sounds a little much. Like, that sounds weird to me. Restrain them from talking, I guess. While the remains offered a breakthrough in the case, they also delivered a heartbreaking blow to the investigators who had dedicated months to recovering the lost child. We were hoping to find Melody alive, as you doubtfully were as well, Grandy said to reporters. Brown added that this agency has been deeply affected by the case. The sheriff took a moment during Tuesday's news conference to speak directly to Melody's family, who he said endured unimaginable pain throughout this ordeal. Yeah. Remember they had their little signs out in front of the house and she took them all down. And then the guy that got stuck in there with her, he said that she was like cutting out Melody's pictures and stuff. Their strength, their patience, and their steadfast hope have been evident from the very beginning, Brown said. No family should ever have to experience this kind of loss, and our hearts are with them today and will be with them in the difficult days ahead. He later added, may God bless the innocent soul of Melody. Oh, I don't know how to say her middle name. Eliana? Oh, that's not right. Okay, let's see. Alani. Oh, I like that. Melody Alani Buzzard, who we will never, ever forget. That was nice of the officers to do that. So Wayne County Sheriff's Office came out and they did a statement like about how they found the body, the teams of leaders that were involved, and they put together a couple pages. So I thought we'd look over this. Wayne County Sheriff's Office, it's in Utah. I don't know. You know, I'm not good with the town names, but it's in Utah. On December 6th, 2025, at approximately 17:30, Wayne County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to the Caneville, Utah area for a report of a deceased individual near a road. So she was near a road. I'm assuming it might have been that dirt road that the people turned off on. Maybe they turned off, they parked their car, and they started walking, you know. Upon arrival, a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy located the body, assessed the scene, and determined that the decedent was the victim of a homicide. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office opened a criminal investigation, began processing the scene, and preserved all evidence. Present at the scene were members of Wayne County Sheriff's Office, search and rescue, and field investigators from the Office of the Utah Medical Examiner. Over the next several days, Wayne County Sheriff's Office communicated/shared information and was in cooperation with the following agencies concerning this case: Wayne County Attorney Michael Wynn, Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, Sabre County Sheriff's Office, Federal Bureau of Investigations, Puget County Sheriff's Office, Utah State Bureau of Investigations, Department of Public Safety, the Bureau of Land Management, Law Enforcement, Capitol Reef National Park, Law Enforcement, Utah State Office of the Medical Examiner, Utah State Crime Lab. And let me pull this next one up. Okay. Sorry, guys. In the weeks prior to this case, Wayne County Sheriff's Office had been in communication with the FBI and Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office concerning an ongoing investigation involving a missing 9-year-old female out of California. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office was able to provide those agencies with information concerning the missing child and her mother. At the time, there was no information or evidence to indicate any further action in the Wayne County area. Wayne County Sheriff's Office did discover evidence at the scene and transported those items to the Utah State Crime Lab. Those items were submitted for evaluation and testing. In less than 24 hours, the crime lab obtained a confirmation that the Wayne County case was connected to the Santa Barbara case. Information obtained from the victim was submitted and is believed that the decedent is the missing 9-year-old female from California, Melody Buzzard. Wayne County Sheriff's Office will continue the outstanding cooperation and support we have had with Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, FBI, and all other agencies involved in this case. The Office of the Wayne County Attorney will continue to review all evidence and information on this case and will be in discussion with all agencies involved concerning any jurisdictional issues that may arise. Sounds like they wanted the case. This is an ongoing multiple agency investigation. Any updates or additional information will be posted on this page. Okay. They will not report to individual reporters or news agencies. Well, okay then. Jeesh. She's loving that sunroom. That's her place. That woman is high school at Monta G. Hey, Candy. That is a country thing that's so weird. It's been doing that lately. It's been doing that. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on. It's like YouTube doesn't want me to be popular. Just kidding. They don't want me to have subscribers. I hear it like at least once or twice a lot. The places she was at, like it was mountains everywhere. I'm telling you, I need to like go out to the western side of the United States. I go to California, but I'm talking about like Utah and all that. I think I say it all the time. Utah, Idaho, South Dakota. I want to see the president's faces. So I did manage to get my hands on this. This is her felony complaint. Now, I don't know, and I think there's just one page. But usually there are a couple pages, but they might have just been like, hey, straight to the point. But it says count 1 here. On or about the 9th. Actually, let me read the whole thing to you up here. So this was on, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to ya. There, Ashlee Buzzard. You almost thought you were going to be home for Christmas, didn't you? The people of the state of California versus Ashlee Buzzard. I can't believe she's my age. It's insanity. So count one, on or about the 9th day of October, 2025, in the county of Santa Barbara, the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony was committed by Ashlee Buzzard, who did unlawfully and with malice and forethought murder Melody Buzzard, a human being. It is further alleged that the above offense is a serious felony within the meaning of the Penal Code section, gives the code. It is further alleged that the above offense is a violent felony within the meaning of Penal Code section, gives the section code. Specifications, I think it's allegations / personal and intentional discharge of a firearm causing death. It is further alleged as to count one that in the commission of the foregoing offense, the defendant Ashlee Buzzard intentionally and personally discharged a firearm, to wit, 9mm firearm, and proximately caused death to a person other than an accomplice, to wit, Melody Buzzard, within the meaning of section the Penal Code. Special circumstance murder by lying in wait. It is further alleged that the murder of Melody Buzzard was committed, aided and abetted, counseled, commanded, induced, solicited, requested, and or assisted by the defendant, and that the defendant intentionally killed the victim by means of lying in wait within the meaning of Penal Code section, gives the section code. And then, I don't know why it says serious / violent / registrable sex offense felony. I don't know why it says that. It is further alleged as to count one that the above offense is a serious felony within the meaning of the Penal Code and or a violent felony described in subdivisions of Penal Code, and gives the sections. An offense requiring registration under the provisions Penal Code section 290 pursuant to Penal Code section that the defendant is ineligible for a state prison sentence to be served in county jail. Okay. I think that it was like, if that's what, I think it's like those three things are under that certain code or whatever is what that means. Like the special allegations is what I'm taking. Right, PKC? Right, Mary Beth? It's been crazy. Well, everybody make sure, because everyone, right? Ashlee, YouTube has unsubbed me every single day for over a year now. That's the truth. Ashlee gets unsubbed more than anyone. And she's been here she's one of the longest people that's been here. Pink jewelry, that sounds like fun, and crystals. I was reading the chat. Okay. So this is kind of how the news played out today when I was watching it. So let's play this and see what they got to say. Oh, actually, let's play it from the beginning. I was watching it. Okay. And if you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. It really helps.
The California woman accused of killing her own daughter earlier this year is due in court today after being arrested just before Christmas. News Nation's Alicia Nieves is tracking this one for us. And Alicia, this is just a tough story all the way around, no matter how much more we learn.
Yeah, such a tragic story. This 40-year-old mother, Ashlee Buzzard, set to be arraigned later on this morning in California at the Santa Maria Superior Court. She is going to be there formally charged with the first-degree murder of her 9-year-old daughter, Melody. Police say this little girl died following and during a series of bizarre events with her mother. They say that the mother, Ashlee, again, rented a car to take her daughter on a road trip earlier this year. And that trip stretched from California through Nebraska, but authorities say that little Melody didn't survive more than a few days alone with her mother.
Melody was last seen on video surveillance with Ashlee on the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And detectives now believe that Melody was murdered shortly after that stop.
Yeah, Melody's remains were discovered just 2 months later on December 6th in a remote area of Wayne County, Utah. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office says that Melody died from a gunshot wound to the head and that Ashlee Buzzard allegedly wore disguises that included several wigs, switched license plates on her rented vehicle, and then backed into gas stations to try and avoid surveillance cameras. Sheriff officials also say that ballistic evidence recovered in Utah is linked to actual evidence found in Buzzard's home and in the rental car. However, the murder weapon hasn't been recovered, and investigators still don't have a motive for this murder.
Maternal filicide is rare and always difficult to comprehend. But this level of criminal activity is particularly shocking given.
Is it that rare? I mean, like, I feel like we're seeing this more and more and more now of days.
The calculated, cold-blooded, and criminally sophisticated premeditation and heartlessness that went into planning it, and the ruthlessness that went into actually committing the crime.
They give us this picture, right? This is a Melody, and this is not Ashlee. Who are these two people on the screen now? You know what I mean? Really, like, this, I mean, it always has Melody, but you know, she's not that little. And this, I don't know how old this picture is of her mom, but she's got a whole head of hair, and that's not a wig. So I'm just, and her makeup isn't orange on her. I mean, that blush, man.
That went into actually committing the crime.
Ashlee Buzzard was arrested at her home on Tuesday, and authorities say that she refused to answer the door. They had a forced entry, and that she wasn't visibly emotional after being charged with the murder of her young daughter. So today at the arraignment that's going to happen later on this morning, she's going to formally hear the charges against her. Again, first-degree murder for the death of her daughter, and then the judge will decide, whether there's enough evidence for this to go to trial, and then whether Buzzard gets bail. Right now, she is being held without that bail. Nick.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
I didn't mean to do that. Let me switch to this one. I was just trying to see exactly when that came out. That came out this morning. Okay. And then this one came out, it says 2 hours ago, but let me refresh it.
The mother of Melody Buzzard.
2 hours ago. So this will be after her court date. Yeah, she does look a lot like Ashlee, doesn't she? It just, when I don't, maybe that, I have a feeling that picture might have been like of Ashlee from before maybe Melody's father died. I don't know though.
Made her
Oh, and by the way, love her. Love that she beat cancer's ass. Just saying that. The News Nation lady.
appearance today, pleading not guilty to murder charges in the death of her daughter. Today's arraignment comes after a body found earlier this month in Utah was confirmed to be 9-year-old Melody. She had been missing for about 2 months after she went on a road trip with her mother, Ashlee. Ashlee returned home. Melanie did not, and Ashlee did not cooperate with the investigation into her daughter's disappearance. News Nation's Nancy Liu is live outside of the courthouse where Ashlee Buzzard went before a judge. Nancy.
Yeah, Nicole, just came out of the courthouse, and it was quite a dramatic arraignment because that not guilty plea was entered. And Nicole, there was an audible gasp in the courtroom because in there was paternal grandmother Lily Dennis, as well as Melody's half-sister, who is an older child of Ashlee Buzzard's. So there, one of the court officers had to, call for order in the court because of that audible gasp. We do know now that the preliminary hearing for Ashlee Buzzard next in this case will be January 7th, and she's going to remain in custody on no bail. Now, the charges she faces include first-degree murder, as well as discharge of a firearm causing death. And there is a special circumstance of lying in wait. There you see video from inside Ashlee Buzzard's home. I obtained this from a source. This was right after her arrest and after law enforcement had cleared the scene. You can see how disheveled her house was. A gag order has been imposed in this case. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office is ordered not to release any further information about this case. They held a news conference just earlier this week, right after Buzzard's arrest on
Look at her there.
Tuesday.
I mean, she's not even in, she don't gotta be even in jail clothes. What is up with everybody? All of a sudden, just wearing what they want. I don't know. I mean, maybe you should be able to, because, you know, they say, you know, you're only guilty after you're guilty, but it's just weird.
Revealing a lot of details.
And what's up with her hair? Can we talk about that for a minute? Like, what kind of hairstyle is this? Like, did she shave it? Like underneath, like, okay, I think it's really like thick, and then she just like shaves it a little bit. Like you see, like around her ears, it looks shaved to me. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing there, but
Tuesday, revealing a lot of details about the evidence that they've been collecting over the last 2 months since Melody was reported missing back in October. And according to the sheriff's department, the evidence include
look at that wig.
cartridge cases.
Like, lady, what are you trying to do? You have that hair. If you just let it grow, like just let it grow out. I don't get it.
Some that were found in Utah near the scene of where.
What does that place say? County of something. I guess the county was taking her home.
Melody's body was discovered in a very remote area of Wayne County. And according to the sheriff, that matches a live round, which was in the rental car that Ashlee Buzzard had rented in order to go on that mysterious road trip with Melody on October, from early October until October 10th, when she returned to Lompoc without Melody. And according to the sheriff's timeline, they believe that Melody was shot and killed on or around October 9th. Also in court today, Nicole, Tyler Brewer.
Yeah.
He's the one who had accused Ashlee Buzzard of false imprisonment. Those charges were eventually dropped, but he said he was here to support the family. But again, quite a dramatic moment in court when that not guilty plea was entered.
Like, why is he in the court? Okay. Like, I mean, riddle me freaking this. He goes to Ashlee Buzzard's house because he's cool with her, right? He thinks they're cool. He goes in, she locks the doors on him, right? And then he like says he can't get out, whatever it may be. So then instead of like just staying away from the case, because like, you know, you're not really part of the case, he goes over and is hanging out with the family now. I just don't get it. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, my mother takes her, takes her kid out. Really upsets me because mine was taken. Oh, I'm so sorry. Briefly, because of something I said that the cops took out of context. Yeah. Well, I hope you got your baby back. Oh, I thought he was a lawyer or something. I thought he was a lawyer. I don't know. I just think it's weird. He's just be hanging out with the whole family. Like he's hanging out with Ashlee. Now he's hanging out with the family. It's like he's trying to get in where he can get in. Or is that what it is? Get in where you can fit in. That's what it is. I don't know. I think Nancy Lou's got
But
something
again,
here.
quite a dramatic moment in court when that not guilty plea was entered. There was an audible gasp. The preliminary hearing, which is set for January 7th, Nicole, notably, that is also the same date of the next court date for Nick Reiner in the murder of Rob and Michelle Reiner in Brentwood. So quite a date coming up, January 7th, with two major court cases, as well as that is the anniversary of the Palisades and Eaton fires as well.
Yeah, so a
Nicole?
lot will be happening there in Southern
Busy
California
news day.
on the 7th. All right, Nancy Lou with the very latest in this case. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot. You're not going to get us this time, Cuomo. Oh, maybe he is CPS. Oh, paralegal? Oh. I thought he was like a lawyer or something, but I couldn't remember. What a weird kind of gal. Okay. Oh, yeah. Stick around to the end because I'm missing person that I want to show you guys too. Let me just open up the link so I can have it all ready to go. And we'll probably go over her case sometime soon. So let's see. Should we do this? What time is it? Okay. I'm debating. We'll watch this later. Okay, we'll watch that later. Okay. This was 35 minutes ago. Oh, okay. This is what we just watched. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything new. They did put that video in. Did you guys see the video of her, like the inside of her house? I mean, if you were on the channel that day that we played it, you would have. But if you didn't, I'm going to show it to you really quick. And look at that. Look at that detailed timeline. I love that. I love a detailed timeline.
There is a special circumstance of lying in wait. There you see.
So this is the house
video.
I think this is after the cops came in and searched because this couch is like up on its like, you know, like right here, like what you're seeing. That's where you would sit your butt. And then what's on the floor is like what you would sit your back up against. So it's like tilted, like it's like tilted on its back. And then the other couch, you'll see it's like a white couch. It's like tilted upward. Unless she was using these couches to block doorways or do something like that. I don't know why they would be up in this position, but you will see a lot of her Amazon packages and stuff like her boxes. She didn't even break them down. Like, what are you doing in there all day? I mean, like, really, what could she have possibly been doing all day in her house? Just waiting, I guess, waiting on the doorbell to ring.
From inside.
And then look at that little white chair.
Ashlee Buzzard's home.
Doesn't look inviting.
From a source. This was right after her arrest and after law enforcement had cleared the scene.
Okay, other than the white chair, could you even guess? Like, let me go back on this. Could you even tell that a little girl lived here?
Lying in wait. There you see video from inside Ashlee Buzzard's home. I obtained this from a source. This was right after her arrest and after law enforcement.
Like, where's her
cleared the
pictures?
scene. You can see how disheveled.
Where's her paint or her drawings on the fridge?
A gag order has been imposed in this case. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office is ordered not to release any further information about this case. They held a news conference just earlier this week, right after Buzzard's arrest on Tuesday, revealing a lot of details about the evidence that they've been collecting over the last 2 months since Melody was reported missing back in October. And according to the Sheriff's Department, the evidence include cartridge cases.
It's like she had those cartridge cases like just scattered everywhere. You get a cartridge case, you get a cartridge case. I mean, like there was one at the crime scene. There was one in the car. There was one in the house. It's like Hansel and Gretel. Follow the 9mm casings. I cannot believe she used a 9mm gun. Where did she get the gun? Okay. Was it maybe her ex's? you know, and he died in the motorcycle accident. And she just happened to have it. I don't see. Now, I can't remember, but I don't think that you have to go through the steps like you do if you get a long gun. I think when you get a long gun, FBI, it's like the FBI, like when you call, they're like Tango, Foxtrot. I've done it. I used to call for guns all the time. We didn't sell handguns though, where I worked. We just sold long guns. So I'm thinking, I thought that I've heard before, like with handguns, you just kind of go in, give them your license, and they like, do they run you through a database also? I actually don't know. She said, yeah, you do. So that might be the answer to my question. You do have to do all the paperwork. Okay. Because I remember that's what it was. I think it's like 18 to get a long gun, 21 to get a handgun or something. That's what it was. That's the difference. Okay. That's what I was like, I knew there's a difference in something, but it's been 20 years since I've done that, since I sold guns. So it's been a long time, but, it's a 72-hour wait. Yeah. Honey, it used to be, they used to come back pretty quick with ours actually. Like, and it was scary. Like, because they would call back and they would be like, Foxtrot, Tango, blah, blah, blah. And like, you would be like trying to write down the letter. It was nerve wracking. I was like, why am I back here? It's different at gun shows. Require a lot more. Yes. If you get flagged up, yeah. So they're the same then. Okay. Right, Ruby? I know. There's so many people that would love to have a melody as a little girl, right? Each state's different. Lee, I grew up in Baltimore. It ain't hard to get a gun if you know the right people. Yeah, since you don't have a record. So she okay. So she could have just walked in and walked out. Really? Anybody come up? Wow. That's crazy. I don't know. Like I've shotguns. I like shooting them. I'm like, that's not how I do it. But and I haven't shot a gun in a long time. Probably like 11, 12 years, 13 years, something like that. It's been a long time since I've shot a gun. But I do like to shoot guns. Now, you know, as long as it's like safe. Now, I wasn't safe when I used to shoot them sometimes, right? Like, but I would be now. She could have bought it on the streets, yeah. It takes longer if you buy more than one. Psycho said it at the same time. Wow. I'm just wondering how she got it. I mean, like if she just went in and like, I mean, what if you go to like what if you go to not a secondhand store, what are they called? A pawn shop. What if you go to a pawn shop and buy a gun? Do they do the paperwork and everything? I mean, I'm assuming they do. I mean, I think she probably just didn't have a record and she went in there and she just bought it. Sheesh, Ashley. Ashley's over here rocking out with the different guns. All the guns. Walmart. Pawn shop still do the background check. Really, hoodies? She'll be eligible for the early parole under the Elderly Act. She ain't elderly though. But I mean, in 15, 20 years, no, she won't be elderly then because that's my age. I don't want to say that. Wow. Okay, so I want to make sure I get her. I don't know. I want to make sure I get her last name right. I want to talk about someone else for a minute with you guys.
Camila Mendoza Olmos.
Okay. Almost. I was wondering if I was going to get it right. So the other day I was on X, and this girl caught my attention. This post did, and Rose is a creator over on X. She does a lot of like missing persons. Like she'll put a lot of missing persons, post up and things of that nature. And I saw this one for Camellia Mendoza Almost, and she's only 19. And she's a beautiful girl. And as soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh my goodness, what happened to her, you know? And people were being rude. And like, this was on Christmas Eve, I think she posted it. And people were like saying stuff, like asking her questions. She's like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's Christmas Eve. I'm like, you're doing great, girl. I'm doing great. So I just wanted to like show you guys who she was and show you her missing persons flyer. So this is her. She's from Texas. That must be her driver's license or something picture. But basically, she was at her house on the 24th. She went out to search for something in her vehicle, and there's video footage of this. And the footage ends, but you don't see what happens to her. So it says it is believed that she left the residence on foot as her vehicle remained at the location. So either she left on foot or somebody picked her up. But she has not been seen since December 24th. And she's 19. And what 19-year-old is going to miss Christmas with their family? I mean, they're just not. Like, you know what I mean? They know that they're like, yeah, we're getting presents, you know? So it's just, I thought this is very weird to me. It says the only items known to be on her person are her car key and possibly her driver's license. Camellia's mother stated that she normally goes for a morning walk. However, she became concerned when Camellia did not return within a reasonable period of time. If you have any information regarding her whereabouts, please call Bexar County Sheriff's Office at 210-335-6000. And I do have, and we're going to go over her case more. I want to know when she went. I don't think it said. Did it say what time she went on the walk? 6:58 a.m. Now, isn't it still dark at that time? I'm wondering if somebody abducted her or if somebody hit her. But I think if she was hit, there would be evidence of that. Like, I don't think the person would stop and pick up all their car pieces and, you know, if there was blood on the ground, do something about that. But maybe. But she went on walks early. Like, that's pretty early. It's dark at 7. I couldn't remember. Like, I'm like, is it dark at 7? So, then there's like this little picture of her. It says she was last seen northwest Bexar County. And I'm going to try to get like more information on her. But I wanted to at least show you guys this stuff that I did find. But she was, I think it says it over here. Okay. So she left. She was last seen leaving her home on foot wearing baby blue and black hoodie and baby blue pajama pants. And it says her family is deeply concerned as she hasn't returned from her walk. If you have any information, please contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office immediately. Please share this alert to bring Camellia home. I guess with that, yeah, I guess you could do that, Gino. Someone said how I'm getting chips put in us. Or you could get like Live 360 app. Did they say she had her phone? No, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. This says she was just wearing the clothes that she was wearing, like, you know, the black and blue sweater and then the pajama pants. It says that, yeah, that's weird. Okay. The only items known to be on her person are her car key and possibly her driver's license. No. No. You don't go on a walk with your driver's license and your car keys. You go on a walk with your phone and your headphones. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't. That's weird to me. That's weird. Like, if I was going on a walk I would take my phone and my headphones. I wouldn't think to go and get in my wallet and get my driver's license. Why would she need her driver's license? Do you know what I mean? Like there's no reason for that. Right, Ashlee? I'd have to have music. Yeah, Ava, like it's weird to like take like, I mean, literally, I would have to go in my room. That's where I put my purse. I would have to get into my wallet, get my driver's license out, get my car key, because it doesn't say keys, like where there's like multiple keys, just says car key. Like she just says like the key. And take those 2 items. And yeah, I think she was meeting someone maybe. Yeah, and I'm not going to wear my pajamas to go on a walk either, pajama pants. And I don't see her doing that either, right? I don't know. I just don't see pajama pants being this girl's like thing to like be walking around in the outside. But I could be wrong. Let's see what Rose said again. Let's see if she's put anything up. I'm just going to say, hopefully it'll help. Okay, so I think it's just the one I showed you. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I forgot. People were actually picking this up. I think this is it. No, this isn't it. But I know that people were picking this case up. But there's another person. Wow. How many people are out here missing right now? I was trying to, okay, that was the one that I already shared. So it's the same post. So I don't think there's any more. Okay. But I'm going to try to put her name. Just in the search bar. Because I thought there was like people talking about her case. No, yeah, there is. Okay, let's watch this real quick. See what they have to say about it, and then we'll jump off here.
Also, right now, take a good look at this picture. There's a clear alert for 19-year-old Camilla Olmos. She was last seen the morning of Christmas Eve on a neighbor's surveillance video outside her home in northwest Bexar County. Tonight, KENS 5's Mike Jimenez spoke with her mother as a search for her is now underway.
Camila's mother, Rosario, says when she woke up Wednesday morning, she thought her daughter had gone for a walk, but hours later realized something was wrong.
This is the last sighting of 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos, the morning of Christmas Eve just before 7 a.m. outside her home in the 11,000 block of Caspian Spring in northwest Bexar County. The video captured Camila next to her vehicle while the lights are on, but it doesn't show where she went after that. Her mother, Rosario, says they were asleep together that morning and she felt her get up. But when she woke up about an hour and a half later, she could not find Camila, but did notice her car was at the house.
I called her cell phone, but the cell phone was there on the bed and it was turned off. So I put it to charge and I went out to look for her. I thought I would find her like other times, walking, and we would come home together.
Something's wrong with that. Why was her phone dead on the bed? That, you know what I mean? Hey, Trixies. That's kind of weird.
Getting back home and calling her boyfriend and Camila's father to ask if they had seen her, she then called the Bexar County Sheriff's Office to report her missing. Rosario said she spent all Christmas Day searching for Camila in areas near their home with a large group of family and friends, but so far they have found no sign of her. Rosario says she has hope she will find her daughter, but still can't believe it's gone on this many hours without finding her.
I only ask God to please bring her back home. Bring her back to me.
Rosario says it's not normal for Camila to disappear like this. Rosario says she always knows where Camila is at, And while she prays for her return, she's also asking the community for prayers.
Pray, 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 and ask from the heart to God and the angels and the Virgin Mary, whoever you believe in, to please for my daughter to return.
And if you know anything about Camila's whereabouts, contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Mike Jimenez.
That's sad. So hopefully they're looking through her cell phone, which is kind of good that her cell phone was there, right? But if they turn it on and they don't know her password and her mother doesn't know it, which I doubt her mom would have it. Like, a lot of people usually don't have their, each other's passcodes. Like, unless it's like boyfriend, girlfriend, or, husband, wife or something. But maybe somebody, like one of her friends, will know the passcode. That's who I'm wondering who she spoke to last. Okay, let me see what else we'll see. Oh, here's the video. Okay. We'll watch this real quick because this is the video I was watching earlier. So
this is the last sighting of 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos.
So she's right here, it looks like. Now I don't. So who's that in the car?
The morning of Christmas Eve, just before 7 a.m., outside her home in the 11,000 block of Caspian Spring.
Also, I don't mean to pause it again, but she's not wearing baby blue. She's wearing black, it looks like. Let me get me out of the way. That way you guys can see it better. I don't know can I make this big? I don't think you can. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. Go back because there's another one. Oh, it's the same. Okay.
In Northwest Bexar County, the video captured Camila next to her vehicle while the lights are on, but it doesn't show where she went after that. Her mother, Rosario, says they were asleep together that morning and she felt her get up. But when she woke up about an hour and a half later, she could not find Camila, but did notice her car was at the house.
I called her cell phone, but the cell phone was there on the bed and it was turned off. So I put it to charge and I went out to look for her. I thought I would find her like other times, walking, and we would come home together.
After getting back home and calling her boyfriend and Camila's father to ask if they had seen her, she then called the Bexar County Sheriff's Office to report her missing. Rosario said she spent all Christmas Day searching for Camila in areas near their home with a large group of family and friends.
So if she saw her before walking and then she was like, yeah, and we walked back together, why would it be such a big deal that she went on a walk by herself? Right? Like, I don't know, like to where like did she not write her mom a note, or she didn't tell her mom like, hey, I'm going to go on a walk, to where like her mom was like, I'm going to go out there and look for her.
But so far they have found no sign of her.
And the car was turned off when her mom came out. Like that's what it looked like when they were there anyway. They didn't say either way, but it looked like the car was turned on with the lights and everything on when she was standing beside the car. Now, she could have either had an automatic starter maybe, or she just had the lights on. But if she had just had the lights on, I'm sure she would have had to get in the car to turn the lights on. And it's just weird that she would turn her lights on and then just stand beside the car.
Rosario says she has hope she will find her daughter, but still can't believe it's gone on this many hours without finding her.
I only ask God to please, please bring her back home. Bring her back to me.
Rosario says it's not normal for Camila to disappear like this. Rosario says she always knows where Camila is at. And while she prays for her return, she's also asking the community for prayers.
Pray, 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 and ask from the heart to God and the angels and the Virgin Mary, whoever you believe in, to please for my daughter to return.
You would think.
This is the last sighting of 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos.
Okay. Yeah. And then like, I can't say much. I saw with my mom twice when I was older. but I had to because I went to her house and I didn't have a bedroom there. And she like begged me to come down to visit her. And I was like, I walked into her little apartment. It was a 1-bedroom little apartment. And I was like, where am I going to sleep? But I slept with her. And I swear I never slept so good in my life, ever. I still to this day. It was 2 days in a row. And I slept and my eyes were like all like shut, like, because I slept so good. Wonder if there's an argument or some sort of concern. Sounds like possible missing pieces. Yeah. And it was Christmas Eve morning this happened. And I don't know. There's something weird. So she has a boyfriend, it said. So was she were they in an argument or something and she was going to his house? Or he pulled up? Something like maybe, I don't know. I don't want to blame the boyfriend, but we just need more information, don't we? I'm gonna dig into it. I saw it on my ex, I think it was last night, and I was like, oh, this seems like this is going to be a good case to cover because that's where I get a lot of my cases to cover is on X. Oh, look at my cat. He's laying with the dog. Let me see this. There's the dog. There's the cat. He's all wrapped up in a little ball. Sorry, when I see him, I can't help it. He's just the best. Yeah. I wonder if her father lives there too, or if it's just the mom. And yeah, why? Seems pretty, I don't know. I was very close with my mom, but it seems very close. I'd like to know more information. And I wonder why they don't have a Life 360 app. Yeah, it is good that someone has your code. This is in Texas. Did you have a good Christmas, Trixies? I hope you did. Yeah, and I hope you did too, Ladybug, with the 13 family members. We had a lot there. We had a lot. Oh, actually, since we're done talking about the cases, I got to meet my great nephew for the first time. And oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I should have taken pictures. He is the cutest little thing. He's 3 months. He's wearing 6-month-old clothing. Don't judge him. He's a little bit chunky, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But no, he is adorable. I was so excited to finally meet him. It was really nice to see him and my great niece. And then there was a bunch of people, my brother's whole family. Oh, it's out in the other room. Shoot, I'll have to show you on our next live, but I got the best Christmas present from my brother. Mine was great, Trixie. Thanks for asking. My brother got me a picture frame, and the picture on the inside was us when we were babies. Well, I was a baby. We're 9 years apart. So he was like 8 or 9, and I was just a little baby. And I'm in my swing where I was at. That was my happy place. And it was very sweet. It was a very sweet gift. He said, "Now don't cry." I'm like, oh, I won't cry in front of you. But I thought it was the sweetest. I said, this is the best present ever. I mean, it really was. Like, and I guess him and my niece looked through a bunch of pictures the night before to get the right one. And it meant a lot. So me too, Cat Ride. Chunky babies are the best. Oh, is Ashley leaving us? Yeah, tell Boo congrats. Have a good night, Ash. Oh, and I saw the stuff you sent me. Those are really pretty rocks. Gems, crystals. That's what they are, not rocks, crystals. I have a few. They're in my closet on this like little like platter thing I have. Forget what it says on there. Something like life's too short. I don't know. But one's like for calming, one's for money, one's for something else. I don't know. One of my good friends gave them to me, and I'm like, I'll always have them forever. But I think that's all I had for you guys. She drove 25 miles at midnight to check on us. Oh, PKC. See, I would do that. I would do that if my mom was still around. I'd be like, what? My mom called the sheriff's department from my car accident. Tell me if this isn't she was genius. She lived in a small town. She knew that everyone knew my aunt and uncle. She needed to get a hold of my aunt. She wasn't answering, and I had just gotten that really bad accident. And so she called the sheriff's office, the police station, and she said, hey, can you go knock on, and she said her name's door. I need her. And they did. They absolutely went and did it for her. I was like, wow, look at that. I was just reading, sorry. Not most kids would do it, but I would. Because, my mama didn't raise no fool. She'd have been like, you better come check on me. Always. So I'm going to jump off of here. I don't know why it won't let me show it. I got so many tabs open. It's like ungodly. What is today? Oh, today is Friday. I didn't even realize it though. Happy Friday, everybody. First and foremost. I hope that you guys have a good weekend. If I don't see you guys this weekend, but I'll be on. You know what I mean? I'll be on. I did do a live yesterday. Yesterday. It was in the morning. We did like a 30-minute live on my second channel. If you guys want to check it out, you can. It's just us chit-chatting over there. And then I didn't come over here last night. So I didn't do a live last night. We didn't get back till a little bit later. So I was exhausted. And I went to bed at like 9 o'clock like I normally do nowadays. But thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend if I don't see you, like I said. But I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know what time for sure, but I'll let you guys know. It won't be too early for you. So I'll make sure you guys can sleep in a little bit. It is the weekend. So thank you guys again. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.
Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count